YouTube, what is up? I am Ace, and today I wanted to share with you a comparison between three wireless charging stations, all for your iPhone 12 series of phones. They're all MagSafe compatible. I have a Waitiee 3-in-1, I have a Ponket 4-in-1, and then a Tinetton 3-in-1. And I'll kind of go over the pros and the cons of each that I've come across. I've used all three, and I'll let you know which one I like over the others. So what do you say? Let's get into it. All right, we have the Waitiee 3-in-1 charger, the Ponket 4-in-1 charger, and the Tinetton 3-in-1 charger. Now they are all MagSafe compatible, work with the iPhone MagSafe, and they all charge at 7.5 watts, and the watch and the AirPods charge somewhere between 3 and 5. As far as charging goes, there was no issue with charging all three at once. They all charged just fine. Now let's go ahead and go over the design. As you can see, the Waitiee and the Ponket are set up the same. They've got the phone charging pads on the left while the watch charging puck is on the right. And then they have the charging pads for your AirPods down on the base. Now the Tinetton, the charging pad for the phone is on the right side, puck is on the left, and you fasten in and plug in your AirPods here, and there is no charging pad. Now what I did like about the Tinetton was that since the, notification from YouTube Studio, nice. There is a puck, the puck being on the left, I sleep on the left side of my bed and Mrs. Ace is on the right. So with my left hand, it was easier to get, to reach in for my phone. It's not really that big of a deal. It was just, something that I did notice. Now, as far as the charging puck for the watch, the Ponket and the Waitiee, you can just slap it on there and you're good to go, either way, the hanging style. With the Tinetton, you had to lay it on the side, which I usually did crown up, but it charges both, ways, but I always made it a habit to do the crown side up just in case, so there was some good connection. I prefer the pucks that hang like so. It's just so much easier to charge your watches with. So when it comes to the pucks for the watches, I prefer the Ponket and the Waitiee. Now when it comes to charging of the AirPods, it's nice to plug in your AirPods and know that it's getting charged, because as we all know, sometimes when it comes to Qi pads, if you don't get it on there just right, or you got to mess around with it to, center it up so it charges correctly, that can sometimes be a pain. But with the Waitiee, it's got the silicone raised lip, so even when in the dark or dimly lit in the bedroom, it's very easy to feel and know where your AirPods go to charge. With the Waitiee, it does have a little bit of an indentation. I'm not sure if that shows on the camera or not. I don't know. Does it? Let me know in the comments below if you can see that. Anyways, it has a little indentation, but it's hard. You can't tell hardly in the middle of the night when it's dark or whenever. You put it, just on the wrong angle. You got to get it on there just right. So when it comes to wireless charging, which I do prefer when it comes to these three stands, it's the Waitiee all the way. Now, on to what is very important when it comes to magnetic MagSafe charging station is the charging of your phone. Now, the Waitiee, it goes on there rather nicely. It just fires up and goes on there just a little bit of little extra twist force Magnets are a little strong. I do have the iPhone 12 Pro Max on here, and you know, just a little flip of the wrist and it comes off of there. You bring up the stand a little bit. Now the Tinetton, it has a adjustable puck for viewing angles, which is cool in theory, but when you go to grab your phone, it's got a really good magnet. So good that the base itself is a little too light. So when you're trying to, when you try to flick the wrist, you know, you're moving the puck and it wants to come with you. And yeah, the base is a little too light.
I slapped the base big time.
For how heavy that magnet is for that. The Ponket is almost perfect. It just goes right on there. It holds my phone and it comes off there with the greatest of ease. Just real nice, even, you know, in vertical, horizontal, landscape, whatever you want to call it. They all work great, you know, going on. It's charging, just going from stand to stand. It's not always registering. But this one, you know, you still have to give a little bit of a wrist pull, but not like the Ponket. The Ponket goes on there and it stays on there. It doesn't shake off, you know. I mean, you can't get violent with it or nothing. It'll come off. But as far as the ease of the phone coming off the charger, the Ponket wins on that. Now, another thing to look at is the lights with the 3-in-1 chargers. Waitiee, they have a little bit of a light. You know, they have the green light when nothing's charging, and then when you turn put a charging on there, it has a breathing blue light, and that's all it does. It just breathes, which is nice if it was alive and, you know, needs to breathe. But it's not. It's an electronic device. It doesn't need to breathe. There's no way to change the light to make it solid or anything like that. You can just turn it off, which is what I do. Personally, I don't like lights on the charging stations. I don't need a light on a charging station. And like the Tinetton, it has no light. There's no lights, there's no nothing. That I always appreciated with the Tinetton. Now, the Ponket, it has a light along the backside, which this whole area here is the light. And it also has an indicator light that doesn't go off. It's on constantly. It doesn't turn off. It's not that bright. However, I don't like lights. So, but the light for the Ponket is really nice. It's got multi-levels, and you can see, you know, if you know you want to see where to put your AirPods, you know, even there it didn't really. Yeah, you still gotta like look around for it, because man, if it just had that raised lift. Anyways, you gotta get it on there just precise. But the night light's cool if you want a night light. I personally, as I've said, I don't want a light. Oh, speaking of, my lights are being weird. They're turning, I have a remote. Oh, there we go. All right. So it's got a really nice light. But like I said, I don't like this light. But I do have a solution for that. It is called electrical tape. And electrical tape will take care of that. So you just slap that baby on there.
I slapped the base big time.
And no light. You know, I would go with the Ponket, but it's got, you know, some issues. You don't really get any accidental touches. You know, sometimes you can get it with the Ponket, but, you know, you really kind of got to tap in there. And this one, when you do turn it on, it's not so intrusive. Plus the Ponket, the light goes towards the back and not in your face. That's a really good design. Going between the three, the Tinetton is number 3 on my list. With how light the base is compared to the magnet, you know, that's no bueno. And I don't care too much for how you place your watch to charge. Those I prefer, like I said, more with the Ponket and the Waitiee. I would rather have a charging pad because these charging pads are Qi enabled, so you can charge your phone on them. And you can charge your phone on this one. So any Qi enabled device you can charge on those pads. Here, I don't know. I haven't tried. Nope, won't work. Also, I said that Ponket is a 4-in-1. It has a USB Type A plug-in for an extra charger in the back, and you can plug that in and it will charge, you know, whatever other devices that you want to charge. But anyway, number 3, first and second, between these two, it was really close. It was really close. And what sold it for me for number 1 was the Waitiee, just for the sheer fact of this little, I haven't had any real problems being able to, you know, place my AirPods on there to charge. And like I said here, it's like hunting. Looking for Will Hunting. That was a good movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
So there you have it. It's a Ponket, second place, first place Waitiee, and third, if there was a fourth place. Yeah, if you're not first, you're last.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
If there was a fourth place, the Tinetton. I mean, it's a cool little. Just let's be honest. All of these bases could be a little heavier. I don't see a problem with making the bases heavier. Yeah, I understand materials and costs and all this kind of stuff, but if you can make the base heavier, there's, you know, that would be just amazing. So there you go. To me, the Waitiee is the way to go. The charging station, it has a little more weight to it, a little easier, not as easy as the Ponket to take off your phone, but with that raised silicone for the pad to place your AirPods down there to where it's dimly lit or dark. Tried to do that with the Ponket. If it had an indentation or some type of raised lip instead of just a little cut, you can't really tell where it actually goes. You almost have to visually see it. Now, true, the Ponket has, you know, the nightlight, but I'm not a big nightlight fan. If you're a nightlight fan, the Ponket might be the right one for you, but the Waitiee is the one that I prefer. Now, as far as the Tinetton, you know, it's great for, you know, being on the left side of the bed and, you know, plugging in your AirPods so you know that they get charged. But that puck, the magnet's too strong, the charging station's too light, and the positioning, you know, repositioning of the puck thing's cool, but that just causes problems when you're, you know, trying to take off the phone. Now, if you're interested in any of these 3 charging stations, I'll leave links in the description. And kids, if you like this video, drop me a like and sub to the channel for more. YouTube, as always, be safe, be kind, peace and love. You know, Waitiee, Ponket. Today I wanted to share with you a little video. I want to put together a little video. You know, thing. Wait, is it recording or is it not recording? What is going on?